Hey there, fellow collector, Shuki here with a review of the Transformers Kingdom Deluxe Class Blackarachnia. I don't know why I said it like that, but very excited. Blackarachnia has had a lot of toys in the past, and they've been hit or miss. Some have been really good, but just haven't been accurate. And this is our first, besides the Masterpiece that just came out quite recently, good screen accurate representation of Blackarachnia, and they did a bang up job with this figure. Now, of course, the beast mode isn't perfect. It's hard to turn a robot into a spider convincingly, especially a spider shaped like Blackarachnia, but they did a really good job, all things considered. So as mentioned earlier, this is part of the Deluxe Class $19.99 price point and part of the first wave of Transformers Kingdom, the final piece of the War for Cybertron trilogy. Focused on Beast Wars. I don't want to say completely focused because there's a lot of G1 sprinkled in, but as a Beast Wars kid, very excited to be hitting up things like Rat Trap and Primal, Blackarachnia, and Beast Wars Megatron. Very, very cool. So I was really excited to find this at my local Target. Unfortunately, they did not have Cheetor, so still waiting to try to get my hands on Cheetor, but was still very cool. In fact, Cheetor's had a couple good figures recently, too, and so Blackarachnia was actually a little bit higher on my list than Cheetor was, so very, very cool. So this was the gun that was included. Shaped very well, like the gun seen in the show, little harpoon cannon seen in the original toy as well, so very cool. It does not fire, obviously, because that is a thing of the past. But really cool, and it's got decent weapons storage in Beast mode, so that's a first for this line thus far. But very cool. Quick look at her head sculpt. Very accurate and very, very nicely painted. Very tiny little red dot there. Very good Predacon symbol right there, right above her cleavage. Off-centered, of course, because why would it be centered? That's silly. Oh, you got the spider deco going on down there in the crotchular region. On the back here, you have the Black Widow looking abdomen, thorax? I don't know spider terminology, but the butt down there. And you do have some pegs down here for compatibility with weaponizers and fossilizers. And those are really the only pegs you're going to find on Blackarachnia. Obviously, she does have a little bit of a 5mm port molded into her claw for holding the weapon and stuff. But other than those ones on the back of the calves here and on the feet, you're not going to find a whole lot else in here. So it's a little bit unfortunate, but in order to get these Beast Wars characters looking pretty accurate, I think they had to ditch a lot of the fossilizer and weaponizer functionality. But you can still get some pretty cool, neat things with her and Paleo tricks if you really wanted to. But yeah, very, very nice robot mode. No complaints from me. In terms of articulation, her head is on a ball joint. So it's full rotation and it swivels because of transformation. So you get a lot of movement there. She can look up pretty decently, down pretty decently, and there is no little wiggle waggle to the side or anything like that. But you get enough rotation. You're good. All of these individual spider legs are all on little ball joints, so you can flip all of these around if you so wish. She did that in a show several times. Did she do it? I think she did it. I know Tarantulas did it a lot, but flip these around because they were like little machine gun things, or just gun things, I suppose. So you can flip that around, and these are on a swivel, so you can flip them back and forth as you see fit. So that's nice that they're not static or anything like that. You have full rotation in there, and there's a swivel for up and down movement. You do have a swivel right here for transformation. It's just on a mushroom peg, and then some back and forth at the elbow. So you can get some crazy bending in there that is not very natural. No hip movement because of transformation for the most part, but you do have a thigh swivel right here. These pieces do move, mostly for transformation purposes, but it doesn't move a whole lot. Really good bend in the knee, again, because of transformation, but it is there. And then these little spiky things move as well. Yeah, full front movement there in the foot. It doesn't really move back, but you do, of course, have the ankle tiltage that all Transformers must have now, or they're bad. At least for Deluxe Class and up. But very wonderful robot mode. Very pleased with this. To me, the best Blackarachnia we got in terms of screen accuracy was honestly that animated repaint that TakaraTomy did. I think in their Legends line quite a while back. And that was the best one we had for quite a while until the Masterpiece. And this does a lot of things the Masterpiece does at a $19.99 price point. So for those of you that bailed on the Masterpiece, I don't blame you. This is a wonderful substitute and scales wonderfully with the other Kingdom figures. And before we get into the transformation, real quick for comparison, here she is with Core Class Rat Trap. And we have Voyager Class Optimus Primal. Pretty good scaling all around. And of course, with her big boss, Leader Class Megatron. He's about to tip over. He's so big. So big. Anyway, that's all I got. All right, let's move into the transformation. It's really strange. It's a strange transformation, but it's quite fun to transform. I feel it's just because I feel the engineering is actually just really good. That I enjoy doing it. One of my dogs is coming for a visit. We can hear them in the background. That'd be Zeus. I can tell by the way he's walking. So you just kind of have to unfold her a bit. The spider face will come out of the crotchular region right there. And then this section will rotate out. That did not sound pleasant, but I promise you it's fine. Basically, you want her head to be in this little crevice right here. And then flip her little bra coverage thing up. It'll probably come down again later. But I just got a deal. This piece right here is a pin. Much like Primal, you just want to take these arms and wiggle it up. So it's like that. And then flip this entire section around. And then peg that back down. And this will allow you to have like this going on. And then you're going to want to kind of straighten these out, but we'll get there momentarily. So now we want to compact everything into her little spider butt. So basically we want to take this, fold it all the way around, and then this will compact into the thigh. And just make sure that that's up a little bit just to allow some clearance. And that will fold up just like that. Same thing over here. Fold that around, peg that in, and again, just try to make sure everything is nice and compact here, and get these all nice and squished. This piece is going to have to fold upward, so like the what was the robot mode crotch is now facing outward. And then that will fold inward just like this. And then this piece will kind of connect with all of these other textured plastic bits, just like that. The bra piece here is going to have to go inside of the butt, just like that. And there's no real tabs or anything in here. It just kind of all comes together to make a nice little ball. So just the engineering in here that compacts this, I feel is a lot of engineering taken from the Masterpiece toy. I don't own the Masterpiece, so I'm not 100% sure on that, but from what I've heard, it's very similar to the Masterpiece. And now you're going to straighten this out. Make sure that these claws are facing like this, and these areas right here will actually go right into the heel. As you can see, right, if I can get it lined up properly, right there. So it'll like grip the heel. as a way of kind of making sure that everything's lined up correctly. Just like that. And I feel like that's just a really cool way of doing it. And then you're going to take these spider bits, bring those up, make sure that these spikes fold in if they haven't yet already during the transformation, and just sort of set up the spider legs as you see fit. You can get her as low to the ground as you want or as high to the ground as you want, and then just sort of make sure that everything is nice and, I don't want to say secure, because this figure just has a lot of problems. She has some insecurity problems that she really just needs to address. It doesn't hold together perfectly. So you just want to make sure that everything is nice and in place. And particularly these arms don't feel like, if I'm just going to bring them up the best that I can. And we got some stuff going on just like that. And she's really low to the ground, so let's bring her camera down a little bit. And there we go. There is Blackarachnia in her animal mode, or beast mode. Animal mode? Yep, that's a correct term. Well, I mean, it's not wrong. You see the legs already came out again. It's not the greatest, but this is a case where the weapon storage actually helps. We're going to take the weapon, and it's got two these little pegs right there. And those are going to peg into the little tabs right here on the arms. And this is a pain to do, at least to me, because everything just wants to come undone. And of course, in a weird twist of fate, now that we're on camera, it actually does it instantaneously. So that's wonderful. And of course, oh, I know I did it right. Never mind. So looking at it from the front, you got this little like ball thing right there, which looks a little strange. It's like a little disco ball hanging from her throat. But you know what? It's fine. And it does add quite a bit to the stability of those arm pieces. Not the spider arm pieces, but the robot mode arm pieces. And she's crooked right now. But you know what? That's fine. We're not going to complain too much. But there you go. There is her spider mode. And they did a good job, I feel. Like, there's obvious robot mode kibble here. Particularly the elbow, or the shoulders right there look a little bit gaudy. The folded up leg pieces being bright yellow is a little gaudy in terms of blending in. Obviously, from the back, you got these little claws and stuff hanging out of the butt. You have a full spider face hanging out at the butt as well, because it's like these eyes are supposed to turn into the crotch piece right here. So look at it like from here. Like if you put it down, like look at it like from here. I think it looks all right. But for the most part, I feel they did the best that they could, given the fact that they had to scrunch down an entire robot into this little tiny space. And like, so here she is in robot mode. And just like a quick comparison, here's a Rat Trap in robot mode. So you can tell just how far squished down this deluxe figure got. It's very wild that they were able to do something like this. So I think that is really cool. And I am very happy that the weapon storage isn't gaudy. Like, it's not just attached to the butt or the head or the side or anything like that. It actually fits nicely down here at the bottom and secures these pieces in place very well. So good on them for actually putting in some weapon storage that actually helps a whole lot. So for some beast mode comparisons, here's Blackarachnia with Core Class Rat Trap. Again, not anywhere in scale with actual animals, but pretty good to their show models. With Voyager Class Optimus Primal. Such a good figure. And speaking of good figures, with Leader Class Megatron. He's so big he like barely fits in this photo like booth thing. Like he's great. Gushing about Megatron and Blackarachnia's video. Yep, that makes sense. Very, very nice beast mode in my humble opinion. So to get back into the robot mode, I mean, in terms of articulation, you only have this swivel for the legs and then all the legs on the ball joints. It's a spider. It doesn't do anything else. So take out the weapon, set that off to the side, and honestly, you're just kind of gonna wiggle everything around until it comes apart, which it does quite easily. So now that everything is kind of like unhooked from itself, just swivel these legs back and around like so, and we can spread those back out. So there's her legs done, actually. This piece will fold up, this piece will pop out again and swivel around, plug that back into place, and that will kind of automatically jettison the shoulders out. Then flip that around. You want this piece of the mushroom peg out to align her claws properly. So flip that around just like so, and then flip the whole assembly. Make sure that there's enough clearance for her head. Flip that in, and then this will all kind of mush together. Fold that down and around and up, and something isn't fully lined up straight. There we go. Just kind of compress that section, and you are back to robot mode. It's a fiddly transformation, but I feel it's a very quick transformation to either side, and my camera's really high right now, so the angle's a little weird, but there we go. There is Blackarachnia back in her robot mode. Absolutely wonderful toy. You get a lot of masterpiece level engineering at a $19.99 price point, and I could not be happier with how this turned out. As a person that was very much a fan of Blackarachnia in the original show and in Beast Machines, I'm happy that she finally has a really nice, not horribly expensive representation of her original Beast Wars look. And like I said, I could not be happier with how well this ended up turning out, all things considered. She's a very difficult character to get right, and I think they absolutely nailed it. So I picked this up at my local Target. Keep an eye out. They're just starting to hit shelves and online retailers. So if you want to pick this up, just keep an eye out. Like I said, $19.99 at most major retailers. So that about does it for this review. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you happy with how she turned out? You disappointed with some things? Let me know. But as always, thanks for watching. Take care and have a great one. Bye.